Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Stellar Studio Sessions. I'm Richie Mashiko,
I'm Alina Plato.
and today we're going to talk about influencer marketing.
Yeah.
So, Melina, do you want to start off kind of explaining what influencer marketing is and how we got here?
Yeah, I mean, let's start with what's an influencer. Because I think a lot of people think an influencer has to be some sort of celebrity or an expert. But I think, in my opinion, if you have credibility and a loyal following, you can be an influencer because you're influencing the people who follow you. And, influencers live on social media. And if we look back in time, social media started at this place where people wanted to connect with their friends and family. And it didn't take long for marketers to realize that that's where they should be. That's kind of how, social media marketing started is you want to be where your audience is, obviously. The time when you only did TV commercials and print ads are over. People are expecting more. So influencer marketing is basically using these influencers on the platforms where they and their followers are, social media wise.
Right, and as kind of as Melina said, you don't have to have a million followers to be considered an influencer. You could have 3,000 followers who love your pictures of your cat, and you could be considered an influencer, right?
Yeah.
Just having some sort of attention.
Yeah, and I think I think that like the gaming industry is a good example. The gamers, some of them don't have a lot of followers, some of them do, but some of them don't. But if someone only plays PlayStation games and their followers are watching his or her YouTube videos or whatever, they're probably interested in PlayStation games as well. So that person is very influential and could be a good ambassador for that brand.
Right, and we should talk about why influencer marketing is so effective.
Yeah.
Right.
The credibility is like a huge thing because we trust our friends more. We see these influencers as kind of our friends. We think we know them, we follow them, so we trust their opinion more than if it comes straight from the brand.
Right, and the big thing there is trust. Like, and if you want to strip back the layers of influencer marketing, it's word of mouth marketing. That's essentially what it is, right? It's me telling you, hey, Melina, have you tried this new restaurant that just opened down the street?
Yeah.
You should try it. They have really great chicken strips or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever they have, right? And like Melina said, we see people who have followings on the internet as kind of our friends. Like those people, they let us into their lives. They show us what they're doing every day. They show us where they're at, what music they like to listen to, all these different things. And so that's why it's basically word of mouth marketing.
It's word of mouth, yeah. And if we agree with most of the stuff that they like, then we know that if they recommend something that we don't know, we will most likely like it because we have the same taste, we share the same interest.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about what platforms influencer marketing is really effective on?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Instagram is a huge one, and it's been exploding more and more the last few years. But there are other really interesting ones.
Right, yeah. I think when a lot of people think of influencer marketing, they think about, it's Instagram influencers, right?
Yeah.
I think my favorite platform personally is YouTube.
Yeah.
And YouTube might be the oldest out of all that we're going to talk about, but I still think it's probably one of the most powerful.
Yeah.
Because I think YouTubers have a really, really special connection with their audience. Think about it. If you're an Instagram model and you're posting pictures, like, don't get me wrong, pictures are great. But if you're a user and you're scrolling through those pictures, your attention on that image might only be for a few seconds, max. But if you're watching a YouTube video, YouTube videos could be 5, 10, 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
So you really have a connection to that YouTuber.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it says something about just video in general getting more and more popular for influencers in general.
Right.
Which is why IGTV is becoming bigger and bigger too. I think video is going to be
right. Huge. Video just gives that inside look at someone's life that an image, right? A picture's worth 1,000 words, but a video is worth 1,000 pictures, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So the next platform that we want to talk about where you could really use influencer marketing well is Twitch. So for the people at home who don't know what Twitch is, do you kind of want to explain?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we could explain what Twitch is. So back when Twitch first started, it was for live streaming video games. So the founders, Justin Kahn and Michael Seibel, Y Combinator guys, they made this platform where they found that people wanted to watch other people play video games online. Long story short, Amazon acquired them for $1 billion, and now with the rise of gaming like Fortnite, Call of Duty, 2K, FIFA, all these different video games, the esports industry in general where it's going, Twitch is becoming a really, really powerful platform, and it's essentially a live streaming platform.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I think what's interesting about Twitch is that people are going to find ways to use it other than what it was meant for, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, you're going to have a lot of Fortnite streamers. You're going to have your Ninjas, your PewDiePies on Twitch. But you're also going to have live concerts on Twitch.
Yeah.
So, like, one of the bands that I listen to is Panic at the Disco. And the lead singer, Brandon Urie, he a lot of times he just hangs out on Twitch and just talks to his audience about different things in his career, what's going on in his life, and play them a few songs. So I think Twitch is a really, really powerful platform because, again, it has that video element. It's live, it's raw, it's not scripted, it's not edited.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential.
Right, and another great thing about Twitch is that it allows the creator and the audience to really interact, right? So if you're an audience watching someone watching a Twitch stream, you could comment and say, hey, I like your hair or something like that, right? And then the streamer could say, hey Melina, thanks for that comment, blah, blah, blah. So it just tightens that social connection, right?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like Facebook Live. You do the same feature with just that particular example.
Right. So Twitch is another really great platform. And the last platform that we're going to talk about today is TikTok.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many of you guys know what TikTok is, but if you're in middle school or high school, probably know what TikTok is. You probably have a TikTok. And I guess the best way to describe TikTok is Vine 2.0.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So for people who don't know what Vine is, this is like 2014 or maybe end of 2013, 2014. I don't really remember off the top of my head. But Vine was a platform where you could record 6-second videos and share it, with your audience. And what was cool about Vine was that 6-second time constraint really forced people to become really creative of how they use the platform, right?
Yeah.
Long story short, Twitter acquired Vine, and then Vine kind of died off. But the content that was made on Vine was more funny, comic style, right?
Yeah.
And for lack of a better word, a lot of dumb stuff on Vine where people would just do random things.
Yeah.
But some of the biggest Viners actually took their audience to YouTube, and now are some of the biggest YouTubers.
Yeah.
Your Jake Paul, Logan Paul, David Dobrik, those caliber of people. But TikTok really has that feel of the content is really raw. Still, it's well thought out, but it's raw.
Yeah.
It's shot in vertical video.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of really stuff that's super funny.
And you can be super creative.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think one of the companies that was integrated into Vine was Musical.ly. So Musical.ly was kind of an app that came out a few years ago, and it was a lip syncing app. So people would have these really funny lip syncs of their favorite songs. Yeah. And they've kind of integrated music into TikTok. But TikTok is one of the fastest growing social platforms now. And I don't know how many of you are familiar with VidCon, but every year there's something called VidCon where it's basically a giant conference for YouTubers in California, and they just all come together and fans meet their favorite influencers and YouTubers. But this year at VidCon, the stars weren't there were YouTube stars, but there was a lot of TikTok stars.
Yeah, that's interesting.
TikTok stars with 30 million followers on the platform, and kids that are in middle school and high school, they know those they're TikTok stars, right? Yeah. So that's another interesting platform that
for sure.
you should look out for and try to figure out how you could integrate that into your influencer marketing campaigns. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Stellar Studio Sessions. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, and if you want to learn more about digital strategy, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.